Hello everybody, you join me today after a week's holiday. Been out in the sun, first time in 7 years, absolutely annihilated my arms. I don't know if you can see that, look at that peeling there. My arms and shoulders, super hot it was. Anyway, I've come back and my dad's been working on the Bentley. Unfortunately we haven't filmed any of this. Oh look, I've got a Superman kill. Unfortunately, we haven't filmed any of this. The shop's been busy, I've been away. And Dad's been working on the Bentley just as something to do to help me out, because I'm struggling to get around to anything at the moment because we're pretty busy. Anywho, let me tell you what he's done and show you what he's done and show you what I'm about to do to it. So he has, let me initiate the torch. Wrong button, hang on. He has removed something from there. That would be the manifold. Because if you remember, I told you before in a previous video, I'm sure. Oh, I think I did anyway. The manifold was leaking from somewhere. I thought it had got a crack or a big break in the manifold because it was really chuffing and chugging. But we've got the manifold off, which I'll show you in a sec. And Dad's checked it and shone a torch in there. And I think the amount it was chuffing, it would be a big hole, or I don't think it's a hairline crack that's opening up or anything. It looks like it's been coming from round. I mean, that one is pretty bad there. I don't think they're sealing well at all. And that is maybe due to the fact that somebody has probably in the past mashed these up, the threads on them. Because if we look down here, that is the remnants of a helicoil that is now sticking out the hole. So these could have been helicoiled. Difficult to helicoil where they am, but you could probably do it. But we seem to have different size bolts. So we've got that type of bolt, and that isn't the actual one to come out. The one to come out is the Allen key bolt. Absolute nightmare to get out and in. So we've got these bolts to put back in, and then the other ones look like that with all these spaces on them. Now I don't know if that's right, if that's the original, but if you look at the thread on the end, you can see it looks like it's been pulling aluminium out the head. And apparently these are notorious for stripping the manifold bolts. So what I've got to do is get that out there and then see what the other holes are like. I've got some new gaskets in here. Shiny. They're so shiny they don't want to come out. I'm putting on a piece of card, that's why, not the actual gasket, because I'm a fool. There. Ooh. Now, the actual gaskets from Flying Spares or from Bentley were about, I think there was 12 quid each. I needed 4 of them. So I went on eBay and found 4 for 10. 4 for £10. Now, that could be a mistake, but I don't want to pay that sort of money because we've just done the ball joint on the other side of the car, which I'll talk about in a minute and tell you how much that cost. They am right. These are money pits. Anyway, let's see if we can get that bit of helicoil out. Now, just quickly, I booked it in for an MOT for tomorrow. I did that last week, like Tuesday last week. Gave myself a week to get it done and done pretty much nothing on it. My dad's took one of the drive shafts off, but what we found was both rear wheel bearings had also got playing, which I didn't realise. We think it'll pass other than that, but these have been a nightmare to find information about, and I've had to buy a socket, a special socket for them. Also, we may have to pull the hubs apart, which you need a 20-ton press for. We've only got a 10-ton press, so I've had to buy a 20-ton press as well. So, Bentley ownership so far is expensive. The ball joint alone, a ball joint on a Land Rover or something similar, a similar type of ball joint, would have been 25 quid. On this, it was £345 for one ball joint, which is absolutely mental. But it's got to have it for its MOT. So we've got that anyway, and we've done that. So, onto this. I'll show you what I do.
these under there. It gives so much more confidence working on the car when you've got these under it on a lift like this, where it's just on one side of the car. I would like a 2-post lift, but it isn't something I can afford, unfortunately. There we go. We've got one to go under there as well, just give us a bit more confidence. Let me see if I can show you what's going on with these wheels. Oh, I don't think I can do it one hand. No, anyway, bearings are going in these wheels. They have got play now, like that. I've checked if it was like acceptable, because on the old Jags, like that XJ that I had, when I took it for the MOT, I was trying to get rid of all the play, and he says that there was an acceptable amount of play in the rear wheels on that style car because it sort of used the drive shaft as an upper sort of wishbone setup. So there's always a little bit of play in the bearings and stuff. I don't think it's the same on this because there's hub setup, so we're going to have to try and get this bit of play out of there. So we'll get the other stand, put it under there, and crack on with it. We're waiting for my dad to turn up. When he turns up, because it's a bit of a two-man job, I think. We've got to hold this axle and then come from behind. There's a big nut behind there, and we've got to try and get that off. Apparently, it's super tight. So 800 newton meters, 600 newton meters or something. But super tight. Anyway, I'll get this other one, put that under. These are like 100 quid off eBay or Amazon. So I'll put a link to some of the stuff that I'm using, because we've got Amazon affiliate now. And with that, we earn a little bit of money off these little things, which helps us continue doing stuff on the channel. And I'll put one on for that press as well. We've got it yet to build it, and I'll show you what's building that and what it's like. So anyway, as soon as Dad turns up, we'll get onto this. So this is the socket off Amazon as well. I'll also put a link to this in the description. It is 1 inch by 1/16. No, by 1 inch by 11/16. There it is. It's a big socket. And it's got a, what's it got? 1 inch drive on it, I think, which is a small drive really for that. I know it's a 1/2 inch drive. That's even smaller for that type of socket. We got the big spanners there, the big sockets. What they're called? Ratchets. We've got the big ratchets here, and the big pry bar. I'm not sure if they're that size, but anyway, that's what we got, and that's what we got to use. So that yellow nut up there is the one that's got to come off that this socket should fit, and apparently it's super tight. So you can see as well, I've got a bit of a leak here. I don't know whether it's from, it's out from the brakes. I think it's from that suspension ram, but I'm going to dry that off, see if we can get it through the MOT, then look at that afterwards. Yeah, so we'll see what we can do with that anyway. But yeah, that's what we got to do, so Dad'll be here soon. So it does fit, and it does fit on our big bar there. We're probably going to have to put a bar on that bar. Who's knocking the door? I don't know. And then undo that, but it is a perfect fit. So we might have to put the wheel on and put it on the ground and somebody's sitting it with the brakes on to get that off. I'm unsure, but first we're just going to try a pry bar on the other side, but I've got a feeling that's not going to be adequate. So let's do that. Apparently when you take these drive shafts off, what I've read is you've got to make sure they go on the same orientation, because it can like fatigue the metal if you put them on the wrong way around, even though they will fit, because they've been putting all the torque one way through that bar, and you'll be reversing that. So don't do that. Put it on the right way and mark it, which we have done. You can have a look under the chassis a bit. It's got a bit of surface corrosion, but no holes and no major rot, which is absolutely brilliant. Oh, we also did all of the exhaust manifold gaskets, which has shut the leak up, so now it's nice and quiet and smooth like it should be, which I'm very happy about. I'm going to change this rear diff oil and do a full service on it, which I'll do a video for, but right now we just want to get it through its MOT. I don't want to spend any more money doing services if we've got MOT stuff that's going to need doing. And obviously we're going to have to look how much that shock is, which is probably going to make me cry. But anyway, he'll be here soon, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Right.
But there it's on two pins.
Well, I've got to go up. Wonder how.
But it's
I'll have to move you around a bit.
you know,
Can I put it under the car?
it's a shame. I thought it might go there. Well, it won't go there. I thought it might just go in there.
Maybe just further that way.
That way.
No, down there. What are you doing?
Well, it's I need that at that angle to get there.
Yeah.
So it's there.
I'm just trying to find a way to support this hub from the other side, so when we turn it, because we're using a breaker bar, and I need to.
No, it needs to
be straight. What about, you reckon it'll do something to the, arch if we put it all the way around there and stick it up there?
I don't know if it's long enough.
Well, it's long enough around here, eh? Oh, there's nothing to hold on to, is there?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Just have to hold it, let's see. See what happens.
I just had a thought though. If we, here on the chassis,
Yeah.
if we put something between the disc and the chassis there, we could put a great big clamp on that.
Do you think it'll damage the disc?
Don't know, that's what I'm saying. If you put something behind it, so the core,
Yeah.
do you think? Or do you want to try it?
Try it with that first.
Try it with this first and then.
Okay. We're filming the right thing. Yeah. This big nut here. You're gonna have to go up, Dad, because you know what I mean.
Which way are you going?
I'm coming up, but I've got no room here. If you're there, I've got to start here.
So you're saying
Yeah, there, up there. I've got to get this way. I've got no chance of this. You need that needs to be up here in order for me to try and loosen it.
Right, up there. I don't know. Like that.
I'm coming this way.
Okay, still doing the same way.
All I'm saying is I need somewhere to move, and I've got no. I need to be down here, so
you can pull it up.
so I can pull it up. So that's got to stay like that, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Put him in one.
Yeah. No. I don't really give that much that's rocking.
Okay.
Should we put the wheel on and put it on the floor?
No, I'd have to, haven't
Yeah. This is not shifting. I don't like the mount it's rocking the car either. We're going to put it on the floor, we're going to put the wheel on, and we're going to stand on the brakes, and then we'll see if we can shift it like that. Maybe probably have to put another bar on there. The only problem is when it's on the floor, obviously, you ain't got much in the way of movement on that, have you?
No.
We'll see. So what we've done is we've put the breaker bar on the back, up there, and then the socket onto the nut on the back, and we're going to use this jack with the car on the floor to see if we can jack the breaker bar up and undo it. We'll see what happens. I'll watch it from under here. As you can see, that's the setup there, if you can see. And that's doing anything.
I think car's lifting.
I don't think it is. Stop, you're meeting the exhaust now.
Say what?
You're meeting the exhaust now.
Oh.
I don't know. Do you think that's done anything? Has it just undone it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's still on.
On the bars, it's in the exhaust.
Yeah, the bar don't like it's got much of a bend in it. Yeah, it's pushing the exhaust up now.
Oh. Oh.
Has that started to undo it, or only thing you can do is let it off, and I'll push on it and see what happens.
So.
No, it's loose.
No.
No, it's still tight. Right, another. 3 hours later, much shouting, and we've had to take the hub off, which we didn't want to do. We tried putting a jack under the breaker bar while it was on the floor. He just bending the breaker bar. Dad was sitting in the car with his foot on the brakes, just could not get it off. So we've ended up taking, and we've had to put some heat on it. We did put some heat on when it was under the car, but we've checked that we've definitely taken it off the right way. The bolt was stuck in for the ABS sensor, so I've had to put them wires, and I'm hoping if I solder them back together, that won't be a problem, and that'll be okay, because I'm sure them are expensive. So we're going to get this hot, and then our plan is the socket with that on it, and then 2 poles, one on either side, and do that. Yeah. It's a long shot because will the voice hold it? I mean, we had the brakes on and we was turning the wheels on the car. So I don't know if this doesn't work. I'm going to be at a loss with this one. I might have to try and take it somewhere that's got something like a lorry place or a bus depot or something. It's got something that will get this nut off. But there we are anyway. It's, as you can see, it's off the car. It's been 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. We've been trying to get this nut off, and we're back to take everything off the hub, which we was hoping not to do, because we're gonna have to do the other side as well, just for a couple 5mm of play. But I'm pretty sure it will fail the MOT because of it. Let's see how it goes. Right, 6 reps. We broke that. Clean off. We've got it in there. We're trying to turn it. Snapped off. So, new idea is, this is the socket I'm going to use. I'm going to weld that socket on there, which uses a big inch drive, and then we can use this big inch bar and take it off. We've welded it to the vise. Stop it spinning around. I was standing on there, pushing down. Dad was pulling from this area, and we snapped it off. So we're gonna have to give it bigger tools and see if we can do it that way. I mean, there ain't nothing else we could. If this don't do it, I'm gonna have to take it somewhere and see if we can get somebody who can take it out. If not, then I'm gonna tie it to my feet and jump in the car. But Dad's gonna weld that now, and then we're gonna see where we go from there. We've done it. Now this is a day. Is it a day later? Yesterday we tried to do this.
Yeah.
The day before. It was yesterday. Yesterday we tried from the point of 11 o'clock until, I don't know, 5 maybe, or 4 or 5 o'clock to get this one nut off this pissing thing here. Couldn't do it, no matter what. We could not shift that. We've got 2 bars on it. We've been bouncing on it. We've been doing all sorts of things to it, but we couldn't get it off. So in the end, we bought this torque multiplier off Amazon. I will put a link in the description. If you buy one, I'll get some money, so I'll buy one. Just for my pain and suffering. And Dad's pain and suffering. He'll get no money, but he'll be happy that I've got some.
That's pain and suffering enough. You don't get paid.
Anyway, let's spin the camera around. So how it works is, this giant contraption here costs 80 quid. Better than buying a 500 quid hub. This was supposed to be the easy bit. We've watched videos, and I don't know whether King Kong's loosened it for him beforehand or Jeff Capes turned up and got involved. But we couldn't shift that. Like I said, bars, everything on there, couldn't shift it. We actually ripped the voice off the bench. So we put the torque multiplier on it. We put it in there. We welded it to the voice. Move your hands. we welded it to the voice. What? Because of these. And it just kept breaking the welds. So we welded the voice to itself. We don't know where it's gone, and we snapped that piece off as well. So it just wouldn't hold. So what we ended up doing was, we have welded to the actual hub itself an whole piece of like channel lock spanner, cut the handle off, and then we've had to undo it against itself. This torque arm hits here and then it undoes that nut, but we've actually had to weld something to it. You can see the welds we've done before where it's broke it off the just snapped it off. I mean, we had 2 bars on there and we snapped off. I think I did a bit of a video at the bit that snapped off, but we snapped that off as well. So absolutely mental. Never thought we was going to get this off. This was the last ditch attempt, and then I was just going to push the car into the cut. But it's off anyway. So now that was the easy bit. Now comes the hard part apparently, which is pushing out. You don't know about the hard part. Which is pushing out the what's it called? The stub axle bit.
The bearing and
yeah, we've got to push out the axle. Got to get this piece off. Basically, this collar here is on a taper. On this sits in there, and this is all to get to the bearing. I'm thinking to myself, do I replace the bearings while it's out, or do I cheapskate it and just tighten it up? No, we know we can get it off, Dad. I think we just tighten them to get it past the MRT, so I'm going to drive around for a year. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. It's the hard part, to getting the bearing out, leave the bearing
No,
in.
the bearings are easy to get out. The problem is getting this off, this like collar thing off there, and then that means that we can release this side where the bearings are, to see the bearings. And that's why in them boxes there is a 20-ton press. But let's get this off.
Finger tight now, look.
I know, it's amazing. That thing is brilliant when it works right. I can understand how it work well on lorry, what they're called, wheel nuts and other side wheel nuts. But obviously we've had to rig some crap up here just to make it work. It just wouldn't shift. I mean, that is some serious. Oh, does it work on tightening stuff as well?
Yeah.
So we can use it to tighten this back down and all.
The book's quite good. We've got that amount in English, the rest of it is in God knows what. And that's all we've got.
Yeah. We're good with pictures. So there it is, that's what we've been looking at. Inside there is a Rudwoof key, a good woof. It's in there. Where does it go, Dad?
It's alright, we're here all week.
How does it go? The rough.
If a rough, I don't know.
And the rough
cuff one.
The rough.
A rough cut punt.
Yeah. Go on, do it.
Rowing down the river in a rough cut punt, not a punt cut rough, but a rough cut punt.
If you can send me a video of you doing that, you will win 5 whole pence. Right.
And there's that boat down the river.
Yeah. So we've got to come up with a way of pushing that out of there to expose the bearing, which we're then going to tighten. We're going to throw this back on.
Can we leave this on?
Yeah, we can leave that on for prosperity. I'm hoping and praying that these 2 wires can be just reconnected to the ABS and it won't cause us any problems. But there you go. So the next step is to take all of these out for the 50th time, and then the step after that is to build that 20-ton press and then see if we can press this out. I mean, we could have a go with a 10-ton press, Dad. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to get the gun on now.
Yeah, I'll go and find it. Right, it's the next day after the day before that. And what we've had to do, I bought that 6-ton press.
20 ton.
Yeah, 20 ton, not 6. I'm trying to find it. We're using this camera. There it is. I bought that 20-ton press there that said that it came with a jack, which you'd expect, a 20-ton jack. There wasn't one in the box, so I've had to buy a jack extra. Also, it's had to be completely rebuilt because it's made out of Chinese cheese, and it was twisting, it was doing all sorts. We've had to use bits off the old one to try and... There's no way that in its normal form would take 20 tons. We started to bend the bar that it sits on. So anyway, we're at this point in boxes and everything. So we're going to go over to our new Chinese 20-ton press that we've had to completely rebuild because it was made in China, out of Chinesium. We're ill prepared for this. Oh, so we had to use bits of our old voice, like I said in the other one. And I had to buy this 20-ton jack because even though it said it come with a 20-ton jack, it didn't. So I bought a draper jack. So what we're going to do now is press down on there with 20 tons.
Do you want the sockets underneath that?
We're going to put some sockets underneath here, so we're not going to ruin the threads there. So we'll put some impact sockets on the threads, and we're going to push this out of there, and you're going to see all of it. Go. And a socket on the back. Right, and we had some on there, don't we? Socket. We had a socket on there, that one. So we put this socket on the top of there, and then we hide behind these screens, and we do this with the handle. Now that socket is a perfect fit to go through this hole there, so it could still kill me, but this won't fit through this hole. This could take a while. This is not in fast forward, this is actual speed. But we've got no gauge on this or anything because it just uses the jack. It's one of these cheaper ones. It ain't like the 10-ton one we had in there that's now broken. So it's all guesswork. Basically, you keep pumping until either the entire stand explodes or your thing comes out.
Get in there. You must always keep this dead central.
It's looking forward and all. Now you might see this entire thing start twisting and bending. We've already bent this black bar here, so we have to put this bar on top as well. Brave, are you? Brave doing this one. The last time he was arguing in the toilet. I was bending that bowl when I was doing last time. Last time we did, I was bending the handle on the jack. Is it going alright? Yeah. Is it definitely completely closed up? The jack? Oh, the stand's twisting out, I see.
No, it's getting out, yeah. Should I be behind me? Ballistic missile gun. I don't think this helps.
That's all we got.
Should be like this.
Yeah, if it comes out, it's going straight to you. I don't even need to stand here, really.
Maybe because of fear on my face.
Might have to fast forward this bit, the pops. Getting on now.
No, it's
Look away. Sorry, it's in the side of the ground.
we shut up.
I've got no head protection, just spot it. Oh no, I've got to go and look at somebody's body. I'll be back when this is popped. Hello there.
Serious?
Just leave it like that. Pause it a second. And this point is, we nearly died trying to get this out, but it's now out, and we had to use the full force of the press, and it popped. It went with a bang, and now hopefully we should be able to tap that out, and it should
show us the bearing. And I think,
far it's come out.
yeah, the bearing's under there. I think we might have to change the bearings because of the tonnage we've put on them. But yeah, we should have organised ourselves with the tapping tool, and we don't.
Thor.
Just put it in the camera.
Something to put
On there.
Yeah, down inside there, we need something.
I don't think it'll take much tapping to get that out. It's got a woodruff key in it as well.
No, this is a proper thing, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go in. Hey. Now I thought that was never going to be possible.
Need something longer.
I thought that this car was going to have to be scrapped.
Yeah, I did as well. I never thought it was going to get like this.
What did you think?
I don't think it was going to work.
Josh was indifferent. Indifferent. Oh, we're expecting that.
Indifferent.
This bit's fell off.
Hey, that's what we was trying to get off. We've welded all sorts to it. We've turned it into a completely different item.
It's got a handle on it now. We can tighten it up next time and put it back on.
So hopefully we should. There's a woodruff key in there. Look.
Yeah.
And what do we say when we say a woodruff key?
Exactly.
What do we say when we say woodruff key? How much
No.
woodruff could have? That directly. Anyway, it's got to come all the way out. Ed.
I know, you tell me that tweeting.
Not directly with an armor. There we go.
There she blows.
Hey.
I like how you've got a GoPro and you're filming this on your 120-pound phone.
I know.
Oh, look how that gunge on there. No wonder it was stuck.
Oh. Pull it out. Don't lose the woodruff. Good
Where
wolf.
is he? It won't come out anyway.
Oh, perfect.
It's stuck in.
We keep that there. So, this is all we was looking for. That nut tightens the bearings. Now, the question is, good sir, do we replace the bearings now we've got this far? Or do we do what I do and not replace the bearings? I mean, you can't feel no movement at that point, can you?
No,
it's only when the
not
wheel's on.
without the wheel on.
But that,
Don't want to damage the
if that sensor's all right, I'll be a monkey
nut
uncle.
here.
Yeah. So we need to clean all that off. Look at this nut. Shall we? Shall we try? Oh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna use that picture as the thumbnail for the video. Well, Grace connoisseur. Anyway, you can see the bearings in there. Look, shining away, ruining your life.
Put my glasses back on to see that.
We need to clean this off then.
You got floating glasses?
That's the way I walk.
Right.
Oh, it's cleaner than I thought.
So
After you got all that treacle off it.
Yep.
Oh, they'll keep pulling that round on that thing.
Who's doing that? You can see that it's just knocked in on these two notches there. So you just knock them out and turn the bearing, or do we put the bearing in? This is the question, Father. Do you think we should put bearings in it?
I think
I should order some bearings.
I think we should put bearings in it. You
And
might as
what-
well get it. It's for the time it's took to get this off and the expense of all the things to do it. We may as well. Oh, not my glasses on.
You look clever with them. Put them back on.
His head down looks a little.
Oh, come on, get out of here.
Anyway, the best thing to do then is I'll buy some bearings for this because I'm only 30 quid and I've already spent my life savings just trying to do this one. So I'll get some bearings for this, and while we're waiting for the bearings for this, we'll take the other one after.
Oh no!
How do you feel about that?
To the pub.
Right, so we'll continue this video. I don't know if we'll continue in this video or in another video, because this one's going to be quite long because of the dicking about. But my wife, in her wisdom, has told her cousin that we can use this Bentley to take her to a wedding, which is in 2 weeks.
We're gonna have to take it with one wheel on her, yeah.
3 wheels on my wagon.
See you soon. This is the setup. This is the other hub that we've took off. And I just wanted to show you how we did this last time. I'm going to get Josh on the camera in a sec and we're going to see if it works. While we're filming it, it's probably not going to work. It's probably going to all explode and this will probably be like jumping in his head. But we're going to find. Okay. Now we're going to crank it in now.
This is it then.
I hope. Oh, so straight up with that.
That's a good start. Isn't it?
It's going to be a bit more.
Can keep doing it.
Yeah. We need this socket shorter. I think the one you made. I think is shorter. Yeah. Okay, we've got the right setup now. So this arm, can you see any of this, Josh? That's really hot.
Yes.
This arm sits against this that we've welded on, and then we put the handle on and we
Crank it.
bin out. And that undoes it. So when you see a video of a man undoing this with a pipe, he's on cloud nine, because you have to buy this, which can give out 3,500 newton meters to undo that. How he done it with a pipe, I don't know, unless he was Homelander or something like that.
It was pre-done.
Anyway, that's off now, so what we've got to do is press this piece off, which we're going to show you in the press. Can you see my face on there?
No, not at all.
We're going to show it you in the press.
That's all. Hot, hot.